tied to the cash.
So how do we unwind all of this?
Very, very difficult, Tom. I mean, we now have a society. I've argued, I mean, I obviously wrote this before President Obama was reelected, but I've argued since then that his reelection last week was the perfection, the culmination of the progressive era. Why do I say that? Because we're very, very close to half the country dependent upon government for it's a substantial part of its material subsistence.
Even though, as you know, when it got Mitt Romney in trouble, the 47% comment, but and a lot of those people are veterans, and a lot of them are Social Security, socialism program recipients.
Right.
But everybody's fine with that now, Judge. Some of them are not there
voluntarily because of ailments and illnesses. But nevertheless, everybody in that group can vote, and they have voted to elect a government that will continue to extract money from the half that works or borrow money in the name of the half that works and give that cash to them.
And that's why if I'm a politician and I say I'm going to take away a lot of those things, the chances of me winning are slim to none.
You know, before FDR and LBJ enhanced progressivism, Republicans used to resist it. After LBJ, Republicans realized this isn't that bad a deal. If we promise to give away the store, they'll keep voting for us. And that's why there's very, very few people willing to challenge the welfare state today. Ron Paul and Rand Paul and folks like them in the Congress are in a distinct minority. They're almost laughed at.
You wrote your dedication to the book to Ron Paul.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. He has incredible courage to stem the tide in both parties of monster government. And he has an unbelievable ability, particularly for a physician, to explain the economy so that everybody can understand it.
But like you said, how are you going to get... It's the old saying. The beginning of the end of a democracy is when people learn to vote themselves gifts.
Right, right. Jefferson and Hamilton rarely agreed on anything, but they did agree that when the public treasury becomes a public trough and voters know about it, they will only send to Washington those who will give them a big piece of the pie. What will the end be? The end will be Greece. The end will be a government with no money. The end will be government checks that are worthless. And then there's riots in the streets. And then we have an authoritarian government. And then the authoritarian government is toppled and we have freedom again. Who wants to go through that? The Constitution was supposed to prevent it.
Fascinating book. Great.
Thank you, Tom.
I keep wanting to say history. It's not history. It's the case against Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson. Theodore and Woodrow. Thanks, Judge.
Pleasure, Tom. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Still to come on the big TV show.